Typhoon Shanshan continues to near the southern islands of Japan, and as of recording this on Monday night Japan time, the center of circulation continued to wrap up. We have a fairly defined eye wall, now rated about a category 2 if you were looking at the Saffron-Simpson scales. It edges off here towards the north and west, and even satellite imagery becoming a bit more defined around this circulation. You can kind of see that circulation wrapping up there. Convection also pulling in from the east, so if you're in Tokyo, Nagoya, down towards Shikoku, already seeing rainfall start to push in from this storm. And that's kind of the worry. It is the big worry with the storm system, because as it pulls off like this, it's going to make this sharp turn towards the north and east eventually. It's going to slow down. We're going to see the rain already ahead of this, and then we're going to see more continue all week. The track has continued to shift further and further west to now where it's going to likely hit the main island of Amami as a strong typhoon. You're going to have some decent breezes coming around the back side of it across Okinawa. At least the surf's going to be rough in Okinawa. Kagoshima, Fukuoka, Kumamoto, all looking at some rough weather with this. And not only the winds of course one part of it, but I think those mountain rains are going to be the biggest issue with this storm system as it slows down and it becomes a fairly major flood threat here. Now, most of the guidance does continue to expect that turn towards north, passing right over Kagoshima, very volcanic area, which I'm not saying a volcano is going to take place, but the soil is loose. That's just kind of the basalt out there. So you do get mudslides. This happens time and time again. We get a storm like this that goes slow across this area. I mean, even look at the GFS. GFS, I don't know if it's out to lunch or what, but it just kind of shows this slowing right down. And then it actually edges our storm back towards the south and west. And thanks to a little bit of Fujiwara effect with a storm off towards the southeast. And then I don't know what to make of this. The point is, it is active out there in the tropics, because even if we don't have Shanshan, we have another storm system likely developing off the north coast of Luzon. It's that time of year. No, it's that time of year, so I'm going to continue to try my best to keep making these updates. I'm going to talk more about this, but real quick, I do want to give a shout out to a sponsor for this video, Frontrunner Financial Consultancy, Legends. If you want to support this channel, check out the link down below. They are somebody that I wish I had when I lived in Japan, trying to do my taxes overseas, accounting and everything. Just American-based accountants who specialize in international law. So yeah, check them out if you need some financial assistance. They help support the channel, so very least if you want to support the channel, you can check them out. Let them know I sent them. All right, back to this. Okay, so here's our flow just off of Hokkaido, and the goal originally, not goal, but the thought originally was that Shanshan was going to come up like this, right? A couple days ago it was like that, because this upper level trough was supposed to hook it and pull it towards the north and east. But now what we are seeing, all right, one more time. I think I skipped ahead a little bit too far here. All right, so now what we're seeing is that low pulling away towards north and east, and then we get a secondary low not secondary, it's just the next passing low, but it's not going to be till about 3-4 days from now. That starts to move over northeastern China, far eastern Russia, into the Sea of Okhotsk, and that passing trough should finally hook this and pull towards north and east. So it basically, it's missed the ship here, and it has to wait for the next one to come on by. And that's going to happen with the next trough as it starts to dig in, and that eventually should allow this to move towards the north and east by next Thursday, heading over towards Friday. So, boy, a multitude of impacts here. And due to the slow nature of this storm system, we're going to be looking at rain totals adding up to just staggering amounts. In parts of Kyushu, we could see 3, 5. I mean, the areas in dark red all indicate 300 millimeters plus of rainfall. So naturally, a big rainmaker, a potential serious flood maker for parts of the Kanto Plain, over towards Shikoku, the Kii Peninsula especially, but I think most so across Kyushu here. Yeah, that's where we're going to see that heaviest of that precip come on shore. So We just kind of zoom right in on what we're talking about here with the ECMWF as it slows down, passes right over Kagoshima, the Amami Islands. Iwakuni, you're probably going to see some typhoon type conditions, or at least tropical storm, as those winds get funneled up the inland sea, passing by Kobe right up, and especially for my military friends in Iwakuni, you're on an exposed peninsula, so you get that wind just whipping right up there, and it's going to come straight across. You don't get the storms like this very often, so prepare for some messy weather. Places like Shikoku, though, in the Kii Peninsula, that persistent moisture coming on shore is really going to add up those rain totals, and that it could even continue even over towards parts of Nagoya into Tokyo, not to an extent as further towards the south, but it's that rain adding up. So, boy, messy weather for our friends in southwestern Japan, Fukuoka, Kumamoto, Iwakuni, as I mentioned. It's just going to be windy and rainy and just absolute mess. Tokyo as well here. And then you just take a look at the flyover, just showing our storm system staying just north of Okinawa, at least the worst of it. But the Amami Islands and Kumamoto, Kagoshima are kind of taking the brunt of this storm system as we go ahead through Wednesday and Thursday. Slow down. Big change in that forecast. Oof. And all the while that's going on, we continue to have inflow, bringing heavy showers across the Philippines, all thanks to the storm system. So there's a lot happening. So as always, I'm going to keep you posted on it. We're going to continue to track this together, and I hope everyone stays safe. Have a good day.